time for the healing of the wounds has come.
People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it.
My mom wanted me to be a truck driver.
There's way too many people that are doing stuff they hate.
Stop thinking about it, damn it, and do it.
I am the greatest.
You get who's with you and go after your stuff. Go after your destiny. Go after your dreams.
Hey, what's up? It's Brad. I wanted to cut a video about, as always, my own experiences. And so I've been pretty quiet as far as content goes lately. And I haven't been as productive as I usually am, for the past couple, weeks, especially the last week. And I realized the issue that I was running into is that I was judging myself for the way I operated, and I operate a little differently from even the people who I look up to and who inspire me, Gary Vaynerchuk being a great example. So what's especially different, and Gary V's the best example, so that's what I'll go with. But the biggest difference is that between myself and Gary is that he doesn't consume anyone else's content, and I do. I get a lot of, hits of, inspiration, great ideas, ways, mindsets for looking at the world from Gary, from Tony Robbins, from, a couple other people. And I attempted for about a week to go on a, motivational / inspiring / business content hiatus. And I was going to try to do it for a month and see how it went. And as soon as I stopped consuming that content, my productivity just went. I just didn't really have that, And what I realized is I need that content because, I don't want to hate on the people around me, but I'm surrounded by people who are great people, but they don't get it. They are, I still go into work every day and have to deal with people who are in the army who, quite frankly, they're stuck. There's no hope for them until they get out. They're not, you can trick yourself all you want in the army, but anyone who's really being honest with themselves probably is not living their dream. And I'll expand. I'll have a lot to say about that once I'm out of the army. But a lot of people in the army are very frustrated and very unfulfilled because, frankly, you're kind of sold a false bill of goods when you go into the army. It's cast in a very, it can be a positive experience, but it's definitely not as fulfilling as it's made out to be, unfortunately, especially for people who don't deploy, people who are in a garrison environment for a long time. It can be kind of soul sucking. So back to the main point, me, obviously the main point, the most important thing. No. What I've been going through is I still deal with that every day. And what I didn't realize is the content that I get from Gary, from Tony Robbins, from other life coaches, just random people around the internet. What that gives me is both permission and kind of they are my energy partners from afar. They're where I get my energy from because I believe them. I'm a weird person in that I can see somebody online and, watch a video of them and I kind of just know whether I believe them or not right off the bat. And so, and it could be wrong. I could be totally misjudging these people. They could be total scam artists, but I like to think that I'm a decent judge of character, but whatever. So what that was doing for me is that was pretty much negating out the kind of soul suckiness going on over here and, pumping me up over here. And that allowed me to then deploy that energy against everyone else around me. So taking that away, well, let's talk about the reason I took it away in the first place. I want to be a Gary Vaynerchuk-esque figure. later in my life. Like I want to have a really big impact on a lot of people. And I figured to do that, I should just do all the same things that Gary did. You know, I mean, he's already done it. Why not just follow in his footsteps? But that's not being like, Gary is a very unique individual. And I'm in a different stage of my life than he is. So, you know, like his circumstances created him, my circumstances created me. And the only thing that really matters is it's not how I get to be where I am in the end. And I don't mean like, you know, I'll fuck over anybody I need to. No, like I think that will, in the end, if you're fucking people over, that will keep you from getting where you're trying to go eventually. Like it's a bad move in the long run to fuck people over, for the record. But the specific like methods and tactics, like if I need to consume other people's content, that's just how it is. Like I just need to do that for myself, and honestly for the people around me who I have kind of, not that they depend on me, like, you know, if I died tomorrow everybody would probably be okay, but I've set it up so that people, you know, I try to bring a lot of value to a lot of people around me, and I want to be there for them. So essentially I need that hit of, hey everybody, this is Gary Vaynerchuk. You know, I need that to like set my mind off, because that's like what gets me going. So I would say the takeaway out of this video, or if you're listening on the podcast, I know we've been out of it for a while. We got some good stuff coming to you. The takeaway from this would be that you need to not judge yourself for whatever floats your boat, whatever squirts your pickle. There you go, Jonathan. You're welcome. That's a disgusting phrase. I don't like it. I will never use that again now that it's come out of my mouth. I hate it. But whatever gets you in the place to where you're most effective, and like whatever gets you there. If it's motivational people, if it's, you know, like Elliot Hulse, if it's I don't even know how else, if it's that guy who does the if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, if it's that guy, you know, Mazel Tov, whatever. But figure out what that is. Don't let anybody judge you for it. Don't judge yourself for it. And the reason you shouldn't let anybody judge you for it is because you're already judging yourself. It's like, it's so hard not to judge yourself for shit. So then stacking other people on top of that, it like, you can't win. So figure out what works for you, and then just attack that, you know, go all in on that, own it. And honestly, punt your weaknesses. Like, is that a weakness of mine? Yeah, you could say that. Like, I'm dependent on other people to get my energy, but you know what? It works. Like, I mean, I'm making meaningful progress in all areas. Like, Macro Voices is now, it doesn't leave the top 100 all week between releases. Before, we weren't even in the top 200. This week we hit number 43. Like, come at me. I like, no, please don't come at me. I don't want to fight anyone. But I mean, really, like, shit's working. So that's basically it. Figure out what works for you. Go all in on it. Punt your weaknesses. That's basically it. So thanks for watching. I hope this is helping you. If it is, please leave a comment. If you're listening to the podcast, please rate and review us. We would love it. Love it. Love it. And have a great day. Seriously, crush it today. Peace.
Fear the biz. I don't wanna hear nothing about you trying to challenge me at grinding. One more rep of an exercise don't ever satisfy me. They run and hide when I hit the gym. Hold my beer, I'ma show you how it's done in the 7-1-2. Working in the rain and shine, I like the monsoons. Master of my fate, captain drifting into 10. King of the iron like Greyjoy, attacking every rap like a great white. Hotter than the devil, I'm chugging a little Kool-Aid. Invictus is ruthless, I enter any dragon like Bruce Lee. Born like a 2-3, scribble when I whittle when I get up on a little bit of signing. Pressure turned me to a diamond, put the bar high, I'll climb it. You looking at the greatest out of Iowa, you and I, that panther power. Feel so fly, I can devour any workout, I stay for hours. Exercise demons, hang stash cleaning. For my dreams, I sleep for hours. This ain't sweet, I'm getting sour. Mean Joe Green, that steel shower. Curtain can't keep my steam for power. Work until I drop, my body's telling me to stop. But I love when the lactic acid burns. Looking at the point and no return. Gunning for the top, I love it when they say I can't. Ha, you open up a can of worms, more like Pandora's box.